Hello, I'm Nigel Hewish. I'm the head gardener here at Kingston Maurward College. Today we're looking at collecting seeds from annuals. As you can see, the annuals have started to go over now. There is still a little bit of colour, but they're starting to go over and the seed heads are being produced. So we'll be looking at collecting some of these seed heads and saving them for sowing next year. So you can see the seed heads starting to brown off now, and I can cut off this seed head and then save that in a bag. We can either use a paper bag or we can recycle an envelope, and we pop the seeds in upside down and we can then store them in a cool, dry position. The poppy here is already starting to open, and we can cut that off and then pop it in the bag, and the seed is already starting to fall out where it's ready and nice and dry. The sweet peas have now been allowed to go to seed, and we can now cut off the drying seed heads. This is Nigella, lovely seed heads there, and these will dry off nicely to give us our seed for sowing next April. Here we have bulbs for potting for Christmas. The middle of September is ideal for potting hyacinths and also paper white narcissus. Hyacinths for Christmas need to be large prepared bulbs. These will flower straight away. If we pot them now and put them in the dark, they will be ready for flowering at Christmas or just beyond, maybe as a Christmas present. So we can take a bulb bowl. Now remember, bulb bowls do not have any drainage holes, and so therefore we mustn't overwater. Pop some compost, a fibrous compost, in the pot, and then place the bulbs into the pot. Place them in, don't push them down in, because if you push them down in, then the roots will not root into the fibre, but will actually push the bulb out of the pot when it starts growing. And then we can cover them over so that there is just the tip of the bulb showing, and that's a bulb bowl. I like to plant the bulbs in an individual pot, a 3.5 inch pot. Again, don't push the compost down. Place the bulb in the pot and then fill it up so that the top of the bulb is just out of the pot. And then when it is ready in bud, we can then pot them up into a display pot and make up whatever display we require. We can then pop them into a cupboard so that they're in the dark. The other for Christmas is Narcissus Paper White. These are an indoor narcissus and so need to be kept inside all of the time. We pop these into a larger pot, fill the pot up with, again, a fibrous compost, and then we can pop in a number of bulbs around the edge of the pot and one in the middle, and again fill the pot up, but this time we are covering the bulbs to roughly twice the depth of the bulb, and again that can go into a cupboard in the dark after it's been watered. So we can also put tulips and daffodils in pots for spring flowering at this time. Next time we'll be looking at autumn lawn renovation.